hitting your granddaughter.
She was hitting her in her head, and I started yelling, telling her to stop.
No, ma'am.
She was hitting her in her head. You know, she was hitting her with her in her
Ma'am, my
head.
daughter has a brain aneurysm. That's a lie. She'd be dead right now.
Just a second. I don't want to hear from you.
She was socking her in her head and stuff like that and hitting her like in her body up here, and then she hit her a couple times on her head. And I started yelling, telling her, stop hitting her, stop. And then she came to me and said, well, I'll do something to you. I'll get you, like, you know, like she finna jump on me. So I was like, no. So then she told her, no, get your stuff, Lakai, go with your grandma. She told her to come with me.
Miss Jackson, this is your daughter.
Yes.
And she has 3 children?
2.
2. How old are they?
13 and 7.
13-year-old is a girl.
Girl.
7-year-old?
Boy.
I think I'm going to start with you, Miss Harris. Some time ago, you ran into some difficulty. You and your mom were living in different states.
Yeah.
Where were you living?
I was living in Sacramento, California.
And where was your mom living?
Houston, Texas.
How did you connect with your mother and come to travel to where she was and move into one of her rental properties? I want you to tell me.
I had a situation in California, in Sacramento, with an ex-partner of mine. Like, it was just getting, like, a little crazy or whatever, so I actually called my sister.
Without telling me what you discussed with your sister, did you subsequently have a conversation with your mother?
After my sister contacted her regarding what we spoke about, which is how I ended up contacting my mother.
You did contact your mother? Or
She contacted me, excuse me.
On what date?
Somewhere between January 10th and 12th.
Of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
And you, at that time, explained to your mother that you were having some serious domestic issues. Did your mother volunteer to send you and your children plane tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
And said, come to Texas.
She wants to help me.
I have some rental property that you can live in. And she sent you tickets for you and your 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you arrive in Texas?
January 18th.
2024.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get a job?
I actually was not there long enough to do anything like that, ma'am.
When did you leave?
I left, I think, February, maybe 8th.
And you left and went where?
I went back to Sacramento, California.
And you went back to Sacramento, California, to the same place that you had been living at?
No, ma'am.
Someplace else?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a job in Sacramento?
Not after I came back, no.
That's almost a year ago. Are you working now?
I am.
Okay, when did you start working in Sacramento?
I started working in August of 2024.
Are you living alone with your 2 children?
They live with their grandmother.
Okay, so your children are not living with you?
No, ma'am.
When did they leave your custody?
Soon as I got back to Sacramento, because when I went to Texas to my mother, she convinced me to leave my home. So I actually turned my keys into my home, and I quit my job to go to Houston because my mother was going to help me. That's how
I'm asking you, when and under what circumstances did the children leave your custody?
Soon as I touched down in Sacramento from leaving Texas, ma'am.
February?
Yes, ma'am.
So they've been living with their paternal grandmother now for almost a year?
Yes.
And she lives in Sacramento?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you do?
For work, I'm a server at Denny's.
What did you do from February until August?
February to August, I looked for work. I've been homeless. I've bounced around. I've done everything that I possibly can to keep me and my kids safe because I'm in a situation due to my mother.
No, you're not in a situation due to your mother, Miss Harris. You're in a situation due to yourself. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31, whatever your situation is, it's you.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is what the lawsuit is about. You have some rental properties. You sent your daughter a ticket for herself and the 2 children. Clearly, there were things going on in Sacramento, California, that made her staying in Sacramento at that time impossible.
Yeah.
You said come to Texas.
Yes.
At some point, according to what I read, you came into her apartment. It was an apartment or a house?
In my apartment.
In an apartment that you own,
Yeah.
but that was vacant.
Yes.
And you got there sort of later in the late morning or early afternoon. What time was it?
It was around 7 a.m. in the morning. I have a text message.
It couldn't have been 7 a.m.
Why?
Why would it be 7 a.m.?
Because I was going to enroll the children. I came early in the morning to get the children to enroll them to school.
Fine.
Yeah.
So you got up early, and when you got to the house,
Early.
do you remember that day?
Yeah.
Okay. And your mother came to the house, and you and your 2 children were still sleeping.
That was January 22nd, Your Honor.
Okay, 1/22. And do you know why your mother had come to the house on the 22nd? Was it to enroll your children in school?
Yes, ma'am.
That's either a yes or a no. Yes. What happened next caused a kerfuffle. From what I read, your 13-year-old daughter was supposed to wake everybody up in the morning.
No, ma'am.
Let me see what it says in your answer. Maybe I'm wrong. One morning, my mother came and woke us up as we had overslept. I knew my oldest daughter was on the phone all night and didn't charge her phone, so her alarm didn't go off to wake us. That's what you wrote in your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I said.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't give my 13-year-old a responsibility to wake me, grown mother, up for her to get up for school. No, ma'am.
Well, what I'm reading is what you wrote and swore to.
Yes.
Let me read it again
Okay.
to you. One morning, my mother came and woke us up as we had overslept. I knew my oldest daughter was on the phone all night and didn't charge her phone, so her alarm didn't go off to wake us up. That's what you wrote. That's what you swore to. The next line was, I admit I was upset with her.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you wrote. And I gave her a disciplinary whooping. Is anything that you wrote there untrue?
No.
So that's all true.
Yes.
So what's true is that your 13-year-old was supposed to wake you up.
Was not
so
supposed
that
to wake me.
That's what
She
you
was
wrote.
upset.
I
She was
don't
not
want you to
Sorry.
speak.
Okay, Your Honor.
And you say, I admit I
Yes.
was upset with her.
Yes.
So you were upset with your 13-year-old
Yes.
for not waking you up.
No. For being on that phone after she was not supposed to, and it was on the charger when I went to bed because I knew that we had to get up, and I know how my mother is, and she's very overreactive and dramatic, and I knew she was going to be upset if we were not up and ready when she got there. When I went to bed, me, my daughter, my son went to bed, my daughter played sleep, got back up, she jumps on her phone, she used it all night. When the morning come, I wake up about 9 a.m. The phone is dead, like 0% dead. So that means you never put it back on the charger. You got up and used it without permission.
So I would
That's
like,
what I want to take
so I would like you to tell me what a disciplinary whooping is to you. Let's be careful because that's what started this all. Describe to me a disciplinary whooping for not putting the phone back on the charger. Take a breath and describe to me a disciplinary whooping because your daughter did not put the phone back on the charger.
Ready?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
ready.
So I popped her on her legs because she has a
Popped her
brain
on her
aneurysm.
leg.
Yes, ma'am. My daughter
Just
has a brain
second.
aneurysm. So she
I
can't
don't know
get
what you
anywhere
mean
else.
popped her on the leg.
Yes, I showed you, like,
So
Yeah.
you were hitting her.
yes.
How many times did you hit her?
Maybe three, four.
Maybe
four.
three.
Max.
Maybe three. And your mother interfered with that.
No, ma'am.
Well, let me read on.
Yeah, read on.
My mother overreacted. She grabbed my daughter and took her away without asking me if that was okay. That's what you wrote.
Yeah.
Well, then what do you say no for?
You saying she interfered with me chastising my daughter?
Yes, she said my mother overreacted and grabbed my daughter and took her away without asking me. I told her to bring her back to me, but she refused. I later found out that she tried to call CPS on me. After knowing what already went through back in Sacramento, I couldn't believe she would do this to me. Did you have a problem with Child Protective Services in Sacramento?
I did.
And you did, involving which child?
Children.
To both children?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a case opened with regard to both children. In what month and year?
2019.
Since 2019, have your children been under the supervision of Child Protective
My children were under supervision of CPS from 2019 to 2022.
Were they living with you or not living with you?
No, they were in foster care.
They were in foster care. You see where I'm going, right? They were in foster care from 19 to 22, and then they came to live with you. And then there was enough tumult for you to say, I can't stay in Sacramento anymore, and you went to Texas. Now, you went to Texas, and your mother is going to say, you know, there's a pop and there's a something else, and she was going to report you to CPS.
But did, very much did. CPS knocked on the door.
Great!
Yes,
that
ma'am.
sounds perfect to me.
Very much did.
Just a second. That sounds exactly like what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You have a 3-year period when you're under the supervision of Child Protective Services for something, and it's got to be
I'm not
something
under
serious.
supervision of Child
It's
Protective
gotta-
Services at all, ma'am.
You just told me that you were under
From
supervision
2019
from 19 to 22.
And we're in
Would you read
24.
that back? Would you read that back?
124.
Don't speak.
Okay.
You think I'm your child?
No.
You can't give me a disciplinary whooping.
not your
I
child.
guarantee you. I can give you a tongue whooping, but you can't give me a disciplinary whooping for not putting my phone back in the cradle.
You got a paper right there.
Idiot.
Yeah. Oh. Whew.
She says, my children were under the supervision from 2019 to 2022.
2022. Now, a year or so later, your mother was either going to call them or call them because you were disciplining your child by hitting her for not putting the phone back on the charger. That's what you just testified to. I just want to make sure we're all clear
Yes,
about that.
ma'am.
Anyway, your mother took your daughter. She wouldn't give her back. Ultimately, you got her back, and she went to the house, and you had split, probably went back to Sacramento, and this was all within how much time? 1 day, 2 days?
I don't know what time you're talking about, ma'am. Can you
Okay.
be more specific?
The day we're talking about is January 22nd. When did you go back to Sacramento?
I want to say...
A day later, 2 days later, 3 days later?
Like forwards. I went back to Sacramento the day the CPS came to the house. It's the day I left the house.
It is your claim that your daughter vandalized your property when she left.
Yes,
Do you know what date you came to the apartment where she was
yes.
formerly living?
February 3rd. That's when she got her check.
What check are you talking about?
Her
Crazy.
government assistant check she get from the county, for the children. She get a check on the 3rd, so that's when she get her money.
What I'm asking you, madam, is first I want you to describe how your daughter was hitting your granddaughter on January 22nd and why you took her.
Well,
What are you smiling at?
I'm just,
I asked you a simple question. I want you to describe.
well, she was hitting her in her head. You know, she was hitting her with her in her
Ma'am, my daughter
head.
has a brain aneurysm. That's a lie. She'd be dead right now.
Just a second. I don't want to
Thank
hear
you.
from you.
She was socking her in her head and stuff like that, and hitting her like in her body up here, and then she hit her a couple times on her head. And I started yelling, telling her, stop hitting her, stop. And then she came
my
to me and
daughter-
said, well, I'll do something to you, I'll get you, like, like she finna jump on me. So I was like, no. So then she told her, no, get your stuff, Lakai, go with your grandma. She told her to come with me.
When did you let your granddaughter go back to her mother?
I brought her back the next day, Your Honor, the
So
next
on,
morning.
on January 23rd.
Yeah,
Were the children ever enrolled in school in Texas?
no.
Now, according to you, you left in the beginning of February. Could you explain to me why your children weren't enrolled in school?
When I got there, I was supposed to get help from them to get to certain places to get things done. And when everything started going bad, I started making rearrangements to get back up out of there. So there's no point in putting them in school there because we're leaving. That's why. Okay.
So, all right. When did you decide that there was something that wasn't going right there? Was that before or after January 22nd?
Before.
Okay, so you knew before the incident when your mother came and woke everybody up and the phone didn't get back in the charger that things weren't going well and you were going to go back to California.
What rubbed me wrong that made me want to go back was my mother asking me to give her full custody of my kids so she can put them on her Section 8 and get a bigger house and I can go live my life. It just didn't sound right.
That is a lie, Your
Shh,
Honor.
just a second. Her children are with their other grandmother now.
No,
She
they here.
is-
They with me. They here.
I thought you said that the
I
children
said
were
they live with her.
They live with her.
Yeah, they here with me.
Why don't you have a seat?
Me?
Both of you. Both of you.
Okay.
I'm going to see her 13-year-old daughter in Chambers.
Thank
Okay.
you.
What you're suing her for is vandalism to the apartment. Can I see pictures of the apartment when she moved out? You have an estimate for the damage, please?
Okay, so here's the receipts for everything I spent on supplies and everything. I had 2 guys to fix my apartment.
How long did it take them?
About 9 hours.
Okay. Is the apartment rented now?
I don't live there no more, Your Honor.
Just a second. You were
moved.
living at the apartment with them?
No, you said it's the house rent. You said it's so.
This house, where she was living
Is it?
with the 2 children?
Yes.
Were you living with her?
No.
No. So it's a rental property?
Yes.
I asked you if it was rented now.
Yes, yes.
To whom?
I don't know, Your Honor. I moved out. Someone, the apartment got fixed and everything, and I moved out. I moved out, and they rented to someone else. It's an apartment building, Your Honor. I don't own it. I was just renting. When my lease was just up in May. I moved out in May, Your Honor.
Are you telling me that you lived in the same apartment building as she did?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm saying I was staying somewhere else, Your Honor. I was staying somewhere else, Your Honor. Yes.
Let's be clear.
Okay.
We're going to get back to being clear.
Okay.
That's your apartment.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Not real estate that you own. It's a rental apartment that you had a lease on?
Yes.
For how long?
It was a 1-year lease.
And where were you living?
I had to get me another apartment because I had an incident there. When I moved to that apartment, the apartment went up to standards, okay? And the manager there at that apartment unit had a friend of hers file a false police report on me. So I was ordered not to be there. I couldn't even go to my own apartment, Your Honor. I couldn't go to my own apartment, and I don't know if I could say this on record, but yes, I did have a suit against her for filing a false police report on me. I was found not guilty.
You're talking about the landlord.
The manager, yes,
You're
Your
talking
Honor.
about the manager or the landlord?
I'm talking about
Okay,
the landlord.
I'd like to see something from the landlord, a bill for this vandalism that someone did to this apartment.
Your Honor, I cleaned that apartment, got that apartment fixed, okay? They didn't even know.
Just a second, did you move back in?
No. I paid the rent up and finished my lease off.
So that apartment was vacant when you told your daughter she could move in because you moved out because there was a suit involving the building manager.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Harris, do you have any idea how this apartment was vandalized?
No, ma'am.
And on what date did you leave the apartment?
It had to be like January 31st or February 1st. One of those 2 days, I was gone already because I was going to get paid soon.
Paid from what?
From the government. The money she's talking about, she only came on the 3rd. She wanted some money. I don't
So
know.
it's
That's
not
what she's
pay.
talking about.
I just want you to understand that's not pay.
No.
Pay is when you work.
Yeah, okay, well, regardless, she's talking about
Pay-
when you get your
pay is when you
money or
work.
when you get some money,
When
you
you
don't have to
get
worry about it.
when you get your government check.
Yeah, that's what she's
that's the
talking about.
difference.
I want you to see that she admitted that she's going to tear up my apartments. Your Honor, you want me to read it or you want to read it?
I want to read it.
Okay. Right here, she said, I'm about to get you put out. That right. She texted me back and forth, Your Honor. She was threatening to tear my apartment up already.
I don't want you to speak to each other,
She's talking to you.
both of you.
She ain't talking to me.
Who are you having this conversation with where you say, I'm just trying to help you get your money?
Yeah, she said, she
What is
texted
that?
me. That's what I'm saying.
Shh.
I don't know why she texted me. Okay.
What's that about?
Only thing I could do to help her was to show up. If I show up and
Just a
if she
second.
win,
You
then
said-
that's help.
Now I want you. Stand up. Don't.
I'm standing up. I have hearing
Yeah.
loss, so if I keep doing this, it's because I can't hear you. She can vouch for that too.
Just
I
a
cannot
second.
hear you.
I understand hearing loss, but I do understand that you're leaning over for a different reason. I want you to tell me what money you were talking about in your text to her when you say, I'm just trying to get you your money. Money for what?
For whatever she thought she was suing me for. I didn't have no counterclaim. I told them I didn't have no issue. I came here for closure. After this day, this woman will never see me or my kids again, and that's why I'm here. So either you want me to show up or you don't want me to show up. I'm missing work. I'm taking days off, trying to schedule plane tickets and all of this. Like, I don't have time for that. I got my own life. I have my own kids, and I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. And like I said, if you want help to get whatever you trying to get, I'm supposed to show up. She's supposed to get an appearance. I'm supposed to get it. I don't need the appearance. You can keep it. You can give it to her. She need it. Like that. That's exactly where I'm at with it. Like, am I making sense?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. This case is now resolved. You getting an appearance fee? Are you getting an appearance fee? How much?
No.
Yes, you are. And you know you are. And you know you are. And so are you.
I don't even need it. There
And
you go.
how much was the appearance?
500.
500.
There you go.
So you were getting 500, and you're going to give that to your mother.
I will.
Very good. That covers the expenses of cleaning up the graffiti. We are done here.
My mom came here. She trying to get some money for her apartment that she swear I damaged. I didn't damage. The squatters damaged it.
It's a lie. There's no squatters. Nowhere.
And like I said, I mean, the best I can do for you is $500. Take it.
I bought her plane tickets to fly out here. We had a verbal agreement that she's going to pay me back, and she didn't pay me back.
Greed is her thing. She wanted a bigger house. She wanted my kids to be on her Section 8 housing so she can get a house and get out the apartment.
That's a lie. She's lying.
It's been a long thing. I haven't been in my mom's care since I was 10 years old. I'm 31.
She used to stay over there, and I'm gonna stay over here.
Came here for my closure. I came here, this is the last time. I'm gonna see and speak to you, and we're done.
That daughter was so lovely, very soft-spoken, but clearly bounced around between the two grandmothers, a cousin, a friend, a girlfriend, and whatever. Her mother's living with somebody else now. I don't know who else. A girlfriend, she said. But it's interesting that the defendant had been in foster care for most of her childhood.
I was going to say it was a vicious cycle. I think it said from the time she was 8 to 18, she was in foster care.
I just really wanted to make certain in my own head that there wasn't any active abuse going on, which is really why I spoke to the girl. And
I think that was necessary, called for.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that there was.
Bro, this case was not really about graffiti. It was not really about plane tickets. And it definitely was not about $500. This was a family that has been broken for generations, and a 13-year-old child is stuck right in the middle of it. Honestly, this episode was exhausting, because both the mother and daughter were so busy blaming each other that the children almost became background characters in their own lives. Let me start with Janet. Mom, you are 31 years old. Judge Judy asked you a simple question about why your life was unstable, and your answer was basically, because of my mother. No, I'm sorry. I agree with Judge Judy on this point. Your mother may have failed you when you were a child. Your family may have been dysfunctional. You may have spent years in foster care. All of that matters. It explains your trauma, but it cannot be the permanent answer for every decision you make at 31. You quit your job. You gave up your apartment. You moved your children across the country. You didn't enroll them in school. Then less than a month later, you moved back. And now the children are living with another grandmother. Seriously, Mom, where is the stability? These children have been moved between their mother, foster care, one grandmother, another grandmother, and possibly other relatives. At some point, somebody has to stop the chaos. And I'm not saying Janet had an easy life. She clearly did not. But having a traumatic childhood does not give you permission to create another traumatic childhood for your children. That cycle has to stop somewhere. Now, let's talk about the disciplinary whooping. I hated that phrase, because people sometimes use softer words to make hitting a child sound harmless. Popped her, disciplined her, gave her a whooping. No, you hit her. Say what happened. Janet admitted she hit her 13-year-old daughter 3 or 4 times over a phone not being charged. Seriously? You are the adult. It is your responsibility to wake up. It is your responsibility to make sure the children are ready. It is your responsibility to manage bedtime and phone rules. You don't oversleep, then punish the child because her phone didn't wake everybody up. Even if the daughter secretly used the phone all night, there were 100 better ways to handle that. Take the phone, set a new rule, remove privileges, talk to her, but hitting her because the household overslept. I do not agree with that at all. And the fact that this child reportedly has a brain aneurysm makes the situation even more serious. Now, Janet says she only hit the child on the legs. The grandmother says she was hitting her in the head and upper body. I wasn't there. I cannot say which version is completely true. But with a previous CPS history, and the children having spent 3 years in foster care, the grandmother had every reason to take the situation seriously. So, when Janet acted offended that her mother contacted CPS, I couldn't agree with her. Mom, your mother saw something she believed was unsafe. She reported it. That is what people are supposed to do. You don't protect an adult's feelings before protecting a child. Now, I do think Judge Judy did the right thing by speaking privately with the 13-year-old. That was probably the most important decision in the whole episode, because the adults were yelling, contradicting each other, and trying to win. The child needed one quiet room where she could speak without her mother or grandmother staring at her. And after that conversation, Judge Judy did not appear to believe there was active ongoing abuse. That matters. But it doesn't make the overall situation healthy. The child may not be in immediate danger, but she is clearly living inside instability. And honestly, that can be damaging too. Now let's talk about Maritha. I do not think she was completely credible either. At first, it sounded like she owned a rental property. Then, we learned she was actually renting the apartment herself. Then, we learned she couldn't live there because of a separate dispute with the building manager. Then she said she repaired everything before the landlord even knew. That entire property story was messy. Seriously, Mom, just explain it clearly from the beginning. It wasn't your property. It was your leased apartment. You were not living there. You allowed your daughter to stay there. That would have saved 10 minutes of confusion. And when it came to the vandalism, I'm not convinced there was enough evidence to prove Janet caused all of it. There were pictures and repair receipts. But where was the proof showing Janet personally made the graffiti or caused each piece of damage? No landlord bill. No clear inspection immediately after Janet left. No witness seeing her damage the apartment. Janet's explanation about squatters may sound convenient,